Let's go back to our election analyst, Tom Connell now. He's been poring over the numbers as promised. Are you ready to call a seat, Tom?
I am. Let's have a look at the seat of Ryan. So far, we don't have any seats in the lower house for the Greens. They did hold before the election, of course, Brisbane, Ryan and Griffith. Brisbane and Griffith have both fallen. So what about Ryan? Let's take a look at the numbers and the key crucial element here, as we've been saying, on these sums. Do the Greens stay ahead of the Liberal Party? In the actual vote number, this is the important one, you can see the gap here between the two on this primary is only 600 votes. But what we have is a count from the Electoral Commission on 3 candidate preferred, factoring in all the other preferences. And the Greens at the moment are 1,600 ahead of Labor, quite a way through the count. I've checked how much postal, which was the thing I was worried about. They might be able to catch up another 500 on postal. That would be a gap of 1,100. With the absent votes to go, that's where the Greens outperform Labor. So you're just not going to see a trend with the absent votes where Labor could overtake the Greens. Now, I'm not even sure I'll be able to call this on this screen because it doesn't have that contest, if you like, because it's still not calling what it should be, which will be the Greens versus the LNP. But I'll just see if there's something else manual. There's not. Let's just take it from me. I can't hit a button, Laura. But Ryan will be a Greens seat at the end of this election. The Greens will win a lower house seat. So they've got off the mark. They're not on 0 anymore. They're on 1. I'll just quickly check in as well on Menzies because this is one we sort of put back in the watch category. We thought there was going to be enough for Labor to win. When we look at the two-party preferred on this, the key again is the gap here between the two. You can see it's about 1,200 or so votes, just shy of 1,200. With the vote to come on postals and the way that's coming in, the postal rate has slowed for Keith Wolahan. This often happens. The early postals go really strongly to the Liberal Party and then they ease back a bit. I'm going to press this again because the system just wants me to wait a moment, I hope, and then hit postals and we'll see if the right one comes up. There we go. Two-party preferred. You can see here it's going at 56%. It was in the 60s, so it's slowing down. The issue is Keith Wolahan will not get ahead on the rest of the postal flow. And as a result, with absence to come, Labor will stay ahead. So the gaps there are just not big enough in terms of Keith Wolahan. And so Labor will retain that seat. The caveat I'm going to give to you on that one is that, and I'll just go in here and hit the actual button because I need to do it on the two-party preferred. The caveat here is there is a dispute. There were some irregularities in this count. So there might be more to come on the seat in terms of what the Liberal Party talked to the AEC about those count irregularities. But on the vote that we know is there and to come, we're saying this is going to be another Labor Party gain with the caveat on we'll see if there's legal challenges and so on.
Wow. OK, so you've called it for the Greens in Ryan, the one and only seat they're going to get in this parliament, and that is a big blow for the Liberal Party there, losing that blue ribbon seat of Menzies with a really good MP there in Keith Wolahan. Extraordinary stuff this election. I didn't think it could get more extraordinary, but those two seats are very interesting indeed. Can I ask you about two others just quickly? Bendigo and the seat of Bean, which wasn't even on our radar. Canberra relevant for the first time because the Labor Party under real pressure from that independent.
And it's a flip of what we've seen. Think of all those Teal seats, Climate 200 seats, where Labor preferences help the Teal get over the line. This could be the similar thing. This is a Climate 200 backed candidate. That looks like, oh, well, there's barely a swing against Labor, but this is the crucial element. The preference flow is really strong, both from the Liberal Party and the Greens to Climate 200. This is what's happening to Labor that has happened to the Liberal Party the past couple of elections, ganging up, if you like. This looks close. I'm going to go and get some more numbers. All the booths that haven't been counted yet. So again, look at the gap. Primary is 86% counted. Two candidate preferred is 80%. That 6% from all the votes I've seen look really good for Jessie Price. I just want to see what sort of gap she might open up because there's absent to come before I'm going to talk about calling that. I just think right now she's going to move ahead. I want to clarify exactly where that's at. You did ask me about Bendigo. This is actually looking better for Labor right now. We'll go straight to two-party preferred. It's really close, but the vote to come that hasn't been counted again on two-party preferred, Labor's probably going to end up about 51-49. Now, you'd think they'll probably outperform slightly on absent, but this is a new contest. Labor versus the Nationals. Previously, it was the Liberal Party. So it's just a bit hard to call right now, and I want to see a bit more preference flow and maybe some absent. But I think it's definitely advantage Labor. It would be strange for the Nats to outperform them on absent, which is most of the vote that's left. So I think they're going to end up a little bit higher, that lead right now, 50.72. I think it'll be 51 plus before we get to absent. And the postal, this is the other thing that won't save the Nats. On the postal to go, the postal flow is not actually their friend at the moment. So you can see, yes, it's going towards them, but on 11,000, only by 300 or so. So that's the other issue. They're not able to get ahead with the rest of the postal count as well.
Tom, excellent work. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. So Tom Connell there, our chief election analyst, calling Ryan for the Greens and another Labor gain, that being the Liberal seat of Menzies.